you this evening. Irmelind is an educator, an author, a business owner, and with 30 years plus of experience, she brings a treasure trove of knowledge on skincare, dermatology, and wellness. Irmelind's mission is to empower and transform lives through natural health and skincare, offering guidance on weight loss, hormonal health, stress management, and more. And she also mentors aspiring entrepreneurs in the health and wellness industry. So I'm going to pass you over to the very capable hands of Irmelind van Zyl.
Good evening, everyone. Let me just get my goodies here. Oh, I must probably share my screen. Okay. If you can just all let me know whether you see my screen.
All good.
Okay, thank you. I'm just going to move it there. All right, so good evening and welcome, and thank you for being here. As Andy said, my name is Irmelind, and I'm thrilled to guide you on a journey today into the world of holistic and ageless beauty. And for some other reason, every time, like Tanya said last week as well, one always tries to keep it nice and exciting and have new information. And for some other reason, I always thought that I would not do a specific training on a specific thing, but I did decide actually after a lot of discussion and a lot of people asking me questions about it, I thought that tonight would be a great idea to talk about anti-aging, because most of us are going there sometime, or you are already there. And we also need to obviously look at our skin's natural biology, and conventional skincare often contains chemicals and parabens and phthalates and artificial fragrances, and I've spoken about all of that in the previous trainings as well. And those can disrupt your hormones, they can irritate sensitive skin, they can cause long-term oxidative damage. And natural skincare avoids harmful ingredients and instead nourishes your skin with plant-based oils, antioxidants, and essential oils. And that is what we are going to focus on tonight. I am going to be a little bit sciencey tonight. I hope I'm not going to lose you, but I did want to discuss a little bit more about the skin as well, so that you understand how the skin ages, so that you know where you need to go to. So let me share a little bit about myself. As Andy said, I've been working in beauty therapy for almost 36 years. Scary when I looked at the time this morning. And I've taught beauty therapists, and I've owned a health and wellness training school, and now I have my own home-based aesthetic clinic, and I've helped many women feel better and beautiful. A student actually introduced me to these wonderful essential oils, although we did it in aromatherapy as well. But obviously, we all walk our own journey. And yeah, I fell in love with it after I had an incident with my father, who really struggled with breathing. We used peppermint and deep blue on him, and it really increased his oxygen levels, etc. So I'm not going to go into the testimonial of that now, but that is why I decided to open my heart to the power of these oils. And I discovered that beauty isn't just about creams and facials. It's about nurturing ourselves in a natural, holistic way. So as a beauty therapist, as a skincare therapist, that's where I started. Always just looking at the skin. Not really, yes, although we did nutrition and we looked at all of that, my journey going through the last few years with trainings from Dr. Tanya Jooste and hormones and all of those, it has been absolutely mind-blowing. And it changed the way I cared for my own skin and my health. And now I love sharing these tools with others. And in fact, I think if I had any of my ex-students on the class today and they listened to me and they heard me talk about natural skincare, they would probably run around and say, "What's happened to Mrs. van Zyl?" Any case. So why are so many of us turning to natural skincare? For me, as I said, it comes down to three core ideas. It's about ditching your harmful chemicals, because the beauty industry has often used synthetic ingredients and fillers and preservatives that can be harsh and irritating. And for me, that's really scary, because that's my industry. That's what I used to give people. But by choosing natural, we are choosing to nurture our skin with ingredients it recognizes and understands. And secondly, it's about harnessing nature's wisdom. For thousands of years, before we were even here, maybe just in the Stone Age, people used plants. They didn't have anything else. That was their healing and beautifying properties. You've heard of what was her name? Cleopatra, that was sitting in a bath of milk. Why would she do that? There are specific reasons why they did that. And finally, it's a holistic approach. What we put on our skin is absorbed into our bodies. What we are inhaling is absorbed into our bodies. Using pure plant-based ingredients isn't just about looking good. It's about contributing to our overall health and well-being, and it's a form of self-care that nurtures both body and soul. It's really very empowering. So what is your skin telling you? And a core principle of a holistic approach is also understanding that the skin is often a mirror that reflects our internal health. So if we look at the skin, this is an ancient and fascinating practice called face mapping. You can go Google it. It's really interesting. I've actually done a class on it in the past, and maybe I'll do it one day again, and I'll post it on Facebook and you can have a look at it. But it's really interesting. But it's rooted in traditions like traditional Chinese medicine. And face mapping suggests that inflammation, acne, or redness on specific areas of your skin can actually be linked to stress in corresponding internal organs. Like with reflexology on the feet, the skin is exactly the same, or the face. So persistent breakouts, for instance, on the forehead might suggest stress on the bladder or the digestive system, encouraging us to look at our hydration and our fiber intake. Issues along the jawline and the chin have traditionally been linked to hormonal fluctuations and the pelvic organs. The area between the brows is often associated with the liver, suggesting that breakouts there might prompt us to consider our intake of rich foods or alcohol. I always say, are you eating too much cheese at the moment? It's very important to note this is a traditional holistic diagnostic tool, and it's a powerful framework that encourages us to think beyond just treating the skin surface. It prompts us to ask why a symptom is appearing. In our presentation today, I'm going to focus on what we can prove with modern science, and we're using targeted essential oils. But this holistic map is a wonderful reminder that our skin's health is deeply connected to our body's overall well-being. And understanding skin conditions is obviously also very important, because skin condition and skin type are different things. And it's generally, your skin type is generally what you're born with. So oily or dry, those are more skin conditions, which are something that can develop over time due to internal or external factors. Aging is a skin condition. It's not a skin type. You're not born with an aging skin. It's characterized by concerns like fine lines, a loss of elasticity, and changes in texture, and actually just us rusting from the inside out, unfortunately. And the wonderful thing about a holistic approach is that we can use natural ingredients to address these specific conditions directly and effectively. And with essential oils, we are actually, although we're putting it on the skin, it's having an effect in our body as well. So before we dive into ingredients and recipes, I need to start with the most fundamental concept in modern skincare, and I've spoken about this before, the skin microbiome. It's the same as your gut microbiome. As Dr. T said last week, your body is more bacteria than it is human cells. Our skin is not just a canvas, it's a living, breathing ecosystem, home to trillions of tiny little organisms that form a protective shield. And a balanced microbiome is a secret to a healthy, resilient, and youthful-looking skin barrier. Our entire skincare philosophy should be to support this delicate ecosystem. This means choosing gentle ingredients and avoiding harsh chemicals that can disrupt the balance that leads to inflammation and premature aging. Taking in good nutrition in your body is going to help your skin. Hydrating your body is going to help your skin. But for years, we've been told to be gentle with our skin, and the microbiome provides the scientific reason why. It explains that harsh cleansers and chemicals don't just strip the oils from our skin, they disrupt a living ecosystem that is crucial for skin health and a youthful appearance. So what is the foundation of healthy skin? So just like in the gut microbiome, we also need to look at how do we support this ecosystem. We use biotics, not antibiotics, but you've likely heard of these for gut health, and it's the same for our skin. Prebiotics are essentially food for our good bacteria. Think of them as the fertilizer for your skin's garden. Ingredients like oat, ginseng, and certain plant sugars are excellent prebiotics. Probiotics are the live beneficial bacteria themselves. Really important that we keep them healthy. These are very difficult to use in traditional skincare because they're alive and require refrigeration and special preservatives. So putting them on the skin is impossible. We need to keep them alive on the skin as is. We cannot use very harsh soaps to remove everything on our skin, especially when we have acne skin types. Postbiotics are the magic stuff. These are the beneficial compounds that the good bacteria produce after they've consumed the prebiotics. And these include peptides, enzymes, and vitamins that actually help soothe and strengthen and protect our skins. And fermented ingredients like fermented rice water or kombucha are rich in postbiotics. And for our purposes in natural oil-based skincare, our focus should be on being microbiome gentle and using prebiotic rich carrier oils to feed and support our existing microbiome. Carrier oils like jojoba and rosehip are not just inert bases, they are rich in lipids and fatty acids that actually act as prebiotics, and they provide nourishment for a healthy skin microbiome. This is why we said, as I said, we avoid harsh stripping ingredients because they decimate our skin's protective microbiome, leaving it vulnerable to damage and aging. And I know I shouldn't do this, but I just need to mention one specific product that one should really stay away from because it contains a lot of harsh chemicals and alcohol, and that would be Clinique. So if you know anybody that's using that, that's definitely one of the products that you should be avoiding as far as possible. So why are we talking about bacteria in an anti-aging class? Because a balanced microbiome, as I said, is your skin's first and most powerful line of defense against the very thing that causes premature aging. It fights inflammation if you've got a healthy microbiome. A healthy microbiome keeps bad bacteria in check, which significantly reduces the chronic low-grade inflammation that actually breaks down the collagen and leads to wrinkles. It locks in your moisture. It strengthens your skin's natural barrier. It prevents water loss, so that's really important. Keeping water in the skin, that skin oily natural barrier should be there. Hydrated skin is plump skin, and plump skin shows fewer fine lines. And remember, a hydrated skin actually, the products that you are applying is going to penetrate much better in a hydrated skin. It provides antioxidant protection if we have a healthy skin microbiome. Believe it or not, the good bacteria on your skin actually help to protect you from environmental damage. So stay away from spraying your skin, not even your face, your hands with alcohols and sanitizers, which are again going to destroy your skin microbiome. Therefore, if you're going to support your microbiome, this isn't a detour from anti-aging. It's the very first, most fundamental step in effective anti-aging strategy. Everything else we do, from adding essential oils to choosing carrier oils, is designed to support this foundation. To truly understand anti-aging, we need to go deeper. So this is where I'm going to go a little bit sciencey. I hope I'm going to keep you all here. I try to keep it very simple. And this is to maintain a youthful appearance. You've heard of it before, collagen and elastin. Think of them as the architects of your skin. So how are they made? Deep within our dermis, which is the second layer. So this is your epidermis. The one below that is the dermis. Deep within that layer is the middle, is basically the specialized cells called the fibroblast cells. And these are our tiny little protein factories. In our youth, they are highly active, constantly spinning out two key materials: collagen, which is the most abundant protein in our body, and type 1 is the main collagen found in your skin, and it's produced by cells called your fibroblasts. It forms a dense, strong net framework like the steel beam of a building, providing our skin with its firmness, its structure, and its durability. Elastin, so think of it, if you do this, that is basically which gives your skin that firmness and structure and durability. There's obviously other things as well, but we'll get to that now. Elastin is another one. Elastin is basically like an elastic band. It gives the skin its flexibility to stretch, and it's followed by a recoil to allow the tissues to return to their original conformation. So when you're young, if you do this, it goes down very quick. If you're very old, then that takes much longer to go down. That is elastin. It's the protein that gives our skin its elasticity or our snap. And then very importantly, glycosaminoglycans or GAGs. It's the most important one you've probably never heard of, but you definitely know its most famous member, hyaluronic acid. Think of your glycosaminoglycans as the skin's natural sponges. They are special sugar molecules that are incredibly thirsty, and they can hold up to 1,000 times their weight in water. And they live in the spaces between the collagen and elastin fibers, and they soak up all the water and create a plump, hydrated gel-like cushion. Like I always say to my students, think of a waterbed. If you have a waterbed, that nice firmness but still movability, that's the gel-like substance in between. If you remove that, then obviously the waterbed is going to it's going to deflate. So what happens as we age? Why does it stop? It's not that production actually suddenly stops on our 40th birthday, but rather a process I call the great slowdown. So it starts in our 20s and it accelerates from our 40s onwards. But several things are happening in your skin and in your body. The factories get tired, just like you do. The fibroblast cells themselves become less active and less numerous, and they simply just don't produce as much new collagen and elastin. And it's estimated that we lose about 1% of our collagen every year starting in our 30s. What do we do to actually, just quickly in skincare, what we do as therapists to get those factories a little bit more active again is things like microneedling, where we use a device to make tiny little needles in the skin, which is then going to cause a mini trauma in the skin, same as a peeling, to actually cause the skin to think, oh my word, something's happening. I need to make more collagen and elastin. I need to repair the skin. So collagen induction therapy, we call it. Enzymes get destructive. That's another thing that happens. Our body produces enzymes called MMPs, which are matrix metalloproteinases. And in youth, their job is to break down old and damaged collagen to make way for new. But as we age, and crucially due to sun exposure, these enzymes become overactive and they start breaking down healthy collagen faster than your fibroblast cells can actually replace it. Then elastin loses its spring. It literally, if you take an old elastic band and you do this with it, it's just going to either spring back or it's just going to snap. That's exactly what happens to it. It becomes stiff, it loses its memory, and it no longer snaps back. And then the sponges start shrinking. Remember that bed? The gags we do have become less effective at holding water, and this means the plump hydrated cushion begins to deflate, and the older you get, the thinner your dermis actually becomes. And that's another reason why older people tend to have a lot of, when they bump themselves, they get a very big purple, like a blue mark, purple mark, which is again due to the sponges which have lost a lot of its water. And the framework just literally collapses. Without the supportive gel-like cushion, the collagen and elastin framework starts to collapse on itself. So it's basically a combination of slower production and faster degradation. It leads to weaker, more disorganized matrix, fine lines, wrinkles, loss of firmness, and we need to put collagen we have by fighting inflammation and oxidative stress. And second, we need to support our fibroblast cells, providing them with nutrients and an environment they need to continue their vital work. Understanding this is key. It's why hydration is so fundamental to anti-aging. We're not just talking about drinking water, we're talking about supporting the skin's ability to hold on to that water. That is why our holistic strategy is so important. So how do we effectively care for our skin? We need to understand what's happening beneath the surface, as I explained to you. Skin aging results from a series of divergent processes, as I explained to you in the previous slide. And the aging process is influenced by two main factors. Intrinsic, which is basically natural genetic processes that happen to all of us, like rusting. Our bodies literally produce less collagen, gives our skin less firmness, less elasticity, provides less bounce back. And these are controlled predominantly by genetic and hormonal variations, or epigenetics, if you want to call it that. The second, and the one way we have more control over, is extrinsic. Things happening from the outside. Smoking, alcohol consumption, what we apply to our skin, how we clean our skins, chronic sun exposure, stress, several other factors. And stress and sun exposure and all of those, we can actually address also with our essential oils. So the biggest culprit here is sun exposure. But again, think of this. It's really important that if we look at sun exposure, we realize this causes photoaging, but we need to protect our skin also with very good sun protection factor, not chemical protection factor, because that is again going to cause extrinsic factors, chemicals laden onto the skin that is going to cause more problems. So all of these factors then lead to our most common concerns, which are fine lines, wrinkles, a loss of elasticity, sometimes hyperpigmentation, so darker spots or age spots, and a general feeling of dryness as the skin's natural barrier weakens. But the good news is we can actually support this process beautifully and naturally. And sometimes, because I'm in menopause, I just have to mention this. Symptoms associated with menopause, including hot flashes, insomnia, and decreased skin elasticity, decreased skin hydration, varicose veins, cellulite, and impaired cognitive function. These all obviously have to do with the lower forms of hormones, estrogen and progesterone in our bodies. Men, on the other hand, have a gradual decline in testosterone levels, which has less of an impact on collagen content. So again, they age much slower than we do. Also, the more oily your skin is, the slower your skin is going to age. So if we study the collagen content of the skin during menopause, an average decline of 2.1% on skin collagen content and 1.13% on skin thickness per most postmenopausal year during the first 15 to 18 years of postmenopause was observed. That is just absolutely disgusting. In any case, so we've discussed how free radicals attack our skin from the outside and how chronic inflammation attacks from the inside. Now let's introduce another significant internal contributor to aging, glycation. Or in simple terms, it happens when excess sugar in our bloodstream binds to the proteins, remember collagen and elastin. This non-enzymatic reaction creates harmful compounds called AGEs, or advanced glycation end products. Think of it like caramelization, but happening inside your body. And these AGEs cause our beautiful, flexible collagen and elastin fibers to become even stiffer, rigid, and cross-linked, losing their youthful elasticity and ability to function properly. So if you look at these, on this picture, we call it sugar sag. You see these little pillows here on the side. That is the start of what is happening. But the damage doesn't stop there, because it also acts as a trigger, setting off a cascade of chronic inflammation in the body. Chronic inflammation means glycation directly fuels the inflammaging process, creating a vicious cycle that again accelerates skin aging. Here you can see advanced glycation on the skin. The skin becomes dull, and they've got these little pockets underneath the skin. So really important to manage your sugar intake. We hear it every day, but there's another reason why you should stop. You don't want to look like this. Never mind everything that's happening in your body and the extra kilograms you're going to put on and the pants you're not going to fit into anymore. Your skin is going to look like this. So some of the worst foods for your skin is milk, because it interacts with your hormones to increase your risk of acne. Seed oils, which are very high in omega-6s, which are super inflammatory if you are not supplementing with omega-3s. Bread, because of into sugar and combines with your collagen. It creates glycation. Number 4, artificial sweeteners. Exactly the same thing, but it also disrupts your microbiome, which directly affects the microbiome in your skin. Number 5 is processed meat because they have a lot of chemicals and nitrates, and maltodextrin, which is again a starch. Number 6 is soy protein because they're highly concentrated industrial proteins. They're high in omega-6s, which is again pro-inflammatory. Fruit juices, really, really bad for you because they contain high fructose corn syrup. And generally they're pasteurized, so they kill everything in it in any case. And they've got a lot more sugar in it sometimes than soda, or sometimes as much as soda. So never mind the effect on your skin. Just imagine the effect on your liver and your microbiome. So what is the enemy of youth? So we've just learned about our skin's beautiful support structure, collagen and elastin, and that sponge. But there's a constant invisible force working to tear it down. It's the single biggest driver of premature aging, and it's called oxidative stress or rust. So what is it? Every day our skin is exposed to things like UV radiation from the sun and environmental pollution. We spoke about those extrinsic factors. And this creates tiny unstable molecules in our skin called free radicals. Think of a free radical as a tiny wrecking ball. It's highly reactive and bounces around in your skin, crashing into and damaging everything it touches. Our DNA, our cell membranes, and most importantly, our precious collagen. It's called oxidative stress. It's a chain reaction that breaks down the skin's firming collagen framework. And it's the primary mechanism of photoaging. It's how the sun creates wrinkles. That's why when we apply a sunscreen, we apply a mineral sunscreen that also contains antioxidants which protect the skin against that free radical attack. Antioxidants are our heroes. They are molecules that safely neutralize those little free radicals and stop their damaging attacks on the cells. They essentially sacrifice themselves to protect our cells and our collagen, our heroes. Our bodies have a natural supply of antioxidants, but it's limited, and we need to obviously make sure that we are constantly replacing the antioxidants with good nutritious foods, and then obviously good supplementation. And this brings us to another major reason why we use essential oils, because many of our essential oils are incredibly rich in natural antioxidant compounds. And when we apply them to our skin, we are restocking our skin's defenses. We are giving it the tools it needs to fight off the daily environmental assault and protect our collagen from breaking down. So when we talk about the anti-aging benefits of essential oils, this is what we mean. We are using their potent antioxidant properties to directly combat the primary cause of wrinkles and premature aging. So now let's look at some of these essential oils as well. So as I said, we've just learned about all of this. Here's another little picture just to show you. We've spoken about the oxidative stress. But there's also one other thing that I wanted to mention. There's a cascade of things happening in the body. It's like a little light switch that goes on. It's a molecule called NF-kappa B. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but it usually has a controlled inflammatory response within the body. But with free radical formation, it goes in overdrive in the body, and it causes chronic inflammation. Again, remember, inflammation causes aging. So we need to make sure that we are combating that whole process that is happening. So now you've all heard of what is happening in the skin and why we need to look at this. So now I want to look at the modern science of and why using essential oils are so incredibly effective. So first, because of our skin structure. Deep in our skin, our fibroblast cells produce that collagen and the elastin and the gags. And we need our essential oils and our natural skincare to be able to actually protect our cells and to protect our skin from everything that we are being exposed to. So essential oils provide a truly elegant multi-targeted solution. They're not a one-trick pony. They fight the war on both fronts. They're potent antioxidants. They are brilliant at neutralizing the free radical wrecking balls before they can ever damage our collagen. And they are our shield against the external threat. And they are intelligent inflammation modulators. The sophisticated molecules in oils like frankincense and myrrh have been scientifically shown to actually help unstick that NF-kappa B switch that I just told you about. They don't block this vital system because it's also needed, but they help calm it down, reducing that chronic inflammation that degrades the collagen from the inside. So when we're using that essential oils in our skincare, we are doing something far more profound than just moisturizing. We are deploying a natural, powerful, and an intelligent tool that simultaneously protects our collagen and our skin and our elastin and our gags from external attacks and soothes the internal inflammation that weakens it from within. This is the scientific foundation of holistic anti-aging. But before we do that, remember safety always is really important. It's non-negotiable. Never apply your essential oils for the skin undiluted. They are potent. There are essential oils that we can apply undiluted. But for facial means, for what we are doing here today, for facial product, we have a 2% rule, which is a safe and effective guideline. It means that essential oils should make up no more than 2% of your total formula. So a simple way of thinking is about 10 to 12 drops of essential oils for every 30 mils of carrier oil. And second, try and do patch tests if it's an oil that you're not 100% sure, or if you've got a very sensitive skin. We don't get anything, we shouldn't get an allergic reaction from an essential oil because there's no protein molecules in essential oils, but you might have a sensitivity reaction. Some people might find that they don't specifically like a specific oil, and some oils, particularly oils like citrus oils and bergamot, which is a wonderful oil to use on the skin, but it can be phototoxic, meaning they react with sunlight and cause skin discoloration. So your citrus oils are best used at night. Okay, so safety is what turns a hobby into a professional and effective practice. Remember that. So let's look at the Elite 6. So again, there's a lot of essential oils that I can talk about. And in the previous talks, I did speak about a lot of oils, but I've chosen 6 for tonight because I think they are really the most researched and effective essential oils for a truly comprehensive anti-aging strategy. The most researched and effective for what we are going to do here tonight. So frankincense is the first one. It's the architect for your skin. It promotes the regeneration of healthy cells. And a 2010 study actually in the BMC Complementary and Alternative Medicine Journal highlighted the anti-inflammatory properties of boswellic acid, which is found in your frankincense, which helps improve the skin's firmness and elasticity. It works on a cellular level to promote the regeneration of strong, healthy cells. It is also particularly effective at inhibiting that NF-kappa B pathway, helping to turn off that master switch of inflammation or toning it down. Remember, the most essential oils are adaptogenic, so whatever your body needs at that point in time, or the skin for that matter, it is going to help support that process. So frankincense is a really, really important one. And I also just want to mention here, if you're applying it in a serum and applying these oils to your skin, just remember you're also going to inhale it. So you're going to get the benefit of the application to the skin, and you're also going to get the inhalation of the product, the oils into your limbic system. Plus you're going to have the penetration into your blood system. So it's going to start working on cellular level. So its partner in crime is myrrh. If frankincense is the architect, then myrrh is the master restorer. It is incredibly effective at soothing the skin and is a powerful antioxidant that helps heal damaged skin. It has restorative properties, which in turn reduces the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. It's one of the best oils for addressing skin that needs deep, soothing care. It contains compounds called sesquiterpenes that are not only powerful antioxidants but have also been researched for their ability to downregulate that NF-kappa B inflammatory response. It's also helpful for mature skin that needs deep nourishment and repair. Rose is a beautiful oil. It's the master nourisher. It's a true collagen booster packed with antioxidants, which are essential building blocks for collagen synthesis. By boosting collagen and strengthening the skin's moisture barrier, it actually directly combats the signs of aging. Research has also shown that rose extract inhibits strong antioxidant and antibacterial exhibits strong antioxidant and antibacterial activities, helping to protect the skin from stressors. Then sandalwood is the supreme hydrator. Its primary role is hydration and helps the skin retain water. It's a natural emollient, meaning it helps to lock moisture into the skin and plumps it up and reduces the look of fine lines. It also boosts circulation, bringing vital nutrients to the skin surface to help with cell turnover. A study in the Journal of Clinical and Aesthetic Dermatology noted its anti-inflammatory properties, which are crucial for preventing collagen degradation. Lavender, we cannot leave that one out. It's an antioxidant shield. It's a powerhouse. It actively fights the damage from free radicals, which prevents the breakdown of our skin's collagen and elastin. And it's like a protective shield for your skin cells. The personal trainer, geranium. It's the personal trainer for your skin because it has natural astringent properties, providing toning and firming effects. It works to repair existing collagen and promotes cell regeneration and supports the skin structure and natural balance for a firmer complexion. Hormones play a crucial role in skin health, and these oils are also going to affect or help to support the body with with your hormones. Estrogen maintains collagen and skin thickness. Progesterone supports hydration. So during menopause, these hormones decline, accelerating those signs of aging. And things like clary sage and geranium can actually help balance those hormones naturally, reducing dryness, sagging, and inflammation. So really powerhouses for menopause as well. Then we have to also mention carrier oils. And again, ladies, ladies and gents, there are many carrier oils. I cannot talk about all of them tonight. But they are the active foundations. Please do not think of these as just fillers. The right carrier oils are powerful anti-aging ingredients that are rich in vitamins, fatty acids, and unique compounds that actually fight aging on the same two fronts we've been discussing: oxidative stress and inflammation. Pomegranate seed oil is a true luxury oil. It's one of the only plant sources of purininic acid, or purinic acid, which is a unique omega-5 fatty acid. It gives it incredible anti-inflammatory properties, helping to soothe the NF-kappa B pathway again. And it's also packed with antioxidants, making its dual action powerhouse for mature skin. Rosehip seed oil is one of my favorites. As we mentioned, rosehip is famous for being naturally rich in provitamin A. It doesn't only help with cell regeneration, but it also makes it a potent antioxidant. Its essential fatty acids are also known to have a significant anti-inflammatory effect, calming redness and irritation. So for me, with my little red cheeks, wonderful oil. Sea buckthorn berry oil is unmistakable due to its vibrant red-orange color, and that color comes from an extremely high concentration of carotenoids and vitamin E. Carotenoids are very important antioxidants, especially with your vitamin E as well, and they protect against environmental damage. Furthermore, its rich profile of fatty acids and phytosterols gives its profound anti-inflammatory and skin healing properties. Hormonal oil is a traditional healing oil from South Pacific. It contains a unique lipid called calophilic acid, which is not found in any other oil. It's responsible for Tamano's remarkable ability to promote new tissue formation, so for scar tissue, and for its powerful anti-inflammatory activity, making it fantastic for healing and rejuvenating the skin. And then the last one I want to mention is jojoba. Jojoba is our trusted, most famous for mimicking your skin sebum. It can be used on any skin type, acne, whatever, it doesn't matter because it actually mimics skin sebum. It's also rich in its antioxidant compounds. And it's readily accepted by the skin. It helps to calm and stabilize the skin's barrier. It reduces the signals that can trigger an inflammatory response. It's the ultimate balancer and soother. So when we formulate a serum, we are not just diluting essential oils. We are creating a powerful synergy where carrier oils provide the foundational, nourishing anti-inflammatory and antioxidant support, and the essential oils add their concentrated, targeted, and intelligent therapeutic actions. Okay. Then I needed to mention here yarrow pom because it is an absolute amazing. We spoke about we spoke about pomegranate oil now in the previous slide. We have yarrow pom. It is a beautiful oil to use in your serums or just as is for that matter. This is a perfect case study of how these two forces can be combined into something truly, truly extraordinary. Let's talk about the specific powerhouse. We have yarrow essential oil, which is one of the most prized essential oils in skincare. It has a unique characteristic. It's naturally a stunning deep blue color because of the camasulene, which is a powerhouse anti-inflammatory. It works on a deep cellular level to soothe and calm. It also calms down the inflammatory pathways like your NF-kappa B, and it makes yarrow exceptional for promoting a clear, even skin tone and reducing redness. A beautiful oil to use even for eczema. Its perfect partner is pomegranate seed oil. As we just learned, it's a premier anti-aging oil. It contains your omega-5 fatty acid called paninic acid. And as I said, it's an incredible defense against the free radical damage that breaks down collagen. So this is where the magic happens. When you combine them, you get a perfect synergy. The pomegranate seed oil protects the collagen from the outside in by neutralizing environmental damage, and simultaneously your yarrow with its anti-inflammatory camasulene protects the collagen from the inside out by calming the internal inflammatory processes that degrade it. So you're creating a complete 360 degrees shield of protection for your skin's youthful structure. It's a brilliant example of how formulating with both a targeted essential oil and an active carrier oil creates a result that is far greater than the sum of its parts. It's the very essence of holistic, effective anti-aging skincare. I needed to mention here is a little anti-aging serum that I put together for you. You can take a picture if you want to. This is something truly special. It's a Sacred Trio anti-aging serum. We take 20 ml of jojoba oil. Obviously, you can swap out these carrier oils as well for balance. And then we have 10 ml of our regenerative rosehip oil. For the Sacred Trio, we are using a total of 10 drops. 4 drops for cellular regeneration with frankincense. We've got 3 drops for our Master Restorer myrrh, which remember myrrh is a little bit thicker than the other oils, so it may come out of the bottle a little bit slower. And then finally, we've got 3 drops of lavender. And of course, we use 1 drop of vitamin E just to protect the whole creation. And then we have a potent restorative serum that combines some of the most revered and effective essential oils in history. And it feels and smells absolutely divine, and your skin is going to thank you for it. And I just want to say to you that I don't use anything on my skin at the moment besides my Virage cleanser, my anti-aging serum I use day and night, and I use my doTERRA sunscreen, and that's it. I don't use any day creams or night creams. I'm not using anything else at the moment besides I want to see what it does to my skin if I use it over a 6-month period, just my serum. Then I have to also mention here, because we spent our time today focus on what we can period, just my serum. Then I have to also mention here, because we spent our time today focus on what we can put on our skin. It's the last slide. which is incredibly important. But for a truly holistic and effective anti-aging strategy, we must also address the final piece of the puzzle, nourishing our skin from the inside out. And this is where ingestible collagen, specifically hydrolyzed collagen peptides, come in. So you might be wondering, can you really eat or drink your way to better skin? And yes, you can. Because it has to be the right type of collagen. So you can't just eat a steak and expect it to turn into skin collagen. And applying collagen topically in a cream is large because the molecules of collagen are too big to be actually absorbed on the skin. So all of those ads that you see where they put the collagen cream on the skin and they say, oh, it's going to take away the wrinkles, it cannot. It cannot actually go into the skin. The key is hydrolyzed collagen peptides, like in our MetaPower Advantage. In here, we have 9 types of collagen. And you're not going to find a more advanced nutracosmeceutical like your doTERRA Advantage drink. First, you ingest a liquid formula containing these small pre-digested peptides, along with crucial cofactors like your vitamin C, which is really, really important for your fibroblast cells to make the collagen and elastin. It needs vitamin C and your other antioxidants. The liquid format is key because it allows for faster absorption than a solid pill or a powder. And next, as these peptides travel through your digestive system, they are broken down even further into 2 things: free amino acids and very special, unique little messenger molecules called signal peptides. This is where the magic happens. These components enter the bloodstream and they are delivered to the skin, where they perform a brilliant dual action function. They deliver the building blocks, the amino acids, especially glycine and proline, which are abundant in collagen, and are the exact raw materials your fibroblast cells or factories need to build new, strong collagen fibers. You're literally providing the bricks. They deliver the instructions. Those special signal peptides act like a foreman arriving at the factory. They bind to receptors on your fibroblast and send a powerful signal that say, wake up, it's time to build. So you are not just providing the raw material, you're actively stimulating the production line. And this is scientifically validated way to support your skin structure from the deepest level, complementing everything we do topically. So by combining a targeted topical routine, using antioxidants and anti-inflammatory essential oils with powerful internal nourishment like collagen peptides, you are creating an ultimate 360-degree strategy for vibrant, healthy, and ageless skin. And that is me. In Afrikaans, we say, fluit, my story is uit. If that makes any sense.
Not to me, but I'm sure it does to some. But anyway, thank you so much, Lynn. Absolutely wonderful amount of training that's there. I'm sure you guys have got lots of notes written down. If not, do remember that we will have the recording up tomorrow, but we only are doing it for a limited amount of time till Sunday, so you do need to make sure that you watch it quickly. Can you stop the share there? Would that be okay, Irmelind? I've got a picture of your Zoom room here for some reason. Or just
let me just unshare. There we go. Don't know why it's still sharing. There we go.
Oh, still sharing.
Still.
Yeah. Let me just let me see if I can just actually make it over, because I may well be able to. So I just really wanted to share with everybody about what we've got. Well, like I said, that's the end of our shift, okay, at the moment. But we do have. Can everybody see that at the moment? Yeah, we should be able to see that. Coming up, and this is nothing to do with us. This is to do with Rebecca, Nathan, and Becky as well. I know they're on track to start their Wellness Made Simple series. That's a series of trainings. And we really wanted to fill the gap in before they started this, because I know they've had to put a lot of work into this, which is a brand new continuing education series that's particularly aimed for newer people that are coming into doTERRA. So it's a great thing that'll cover things like switching and ditching the toxic chemicals in your home, gut health, nutrition, and absorption. Going to be focusing also on the symphony of the cells, which I know many of you are well aware about, and also backed by a series of ebooks as well. Like I said, I can't give you any more detail than that. I'm sure that they'll be on, and so there'll be nothing next week. And as far as I've been made aware anyway, I know when I spoke to Rebecca 2 or 3 weeks ago, said that all set up to get going for the 10th of September. So that's certainly something to really look forward to support your new people. So that's it for this evening, everybody. But before you go, of course, we would like you to be able to unmute yourself and should click on there. Hopefully that'll do that. And so you can give your recognition in Van Zyl for a brilliant training.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. That was
Thank
amazing.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Emily.
Amazing, wonderful.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Emily.
Brilliant.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Thanks.
I
Great
think we'll see you.
presentation. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Bye.
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 Bye. Thank you.